Kuba was always up for an adventure, and this one felt extra special. Her grandparents had told her countless stories about the wild honey hidden high in the cliffs of Mount Umoja. It was said to be the sweetest, most fragrant honey anyone could find, and the climb was seen as a rite of passage. This wasn't just about honey, it was a journey into her heritage, and she was ready to make it with her loyal dog, Nuru, by her side. The sun was just beginning to rise, casting a golden glow over the trees and hills, as Kuba and Nuru set off from the edge of the village. Kuba wore sturdy boots, her grandmother's shawl wrapped around her shoulders, and a small pack with the essentials: water, a few snacks, and a bag to carry the honey. Nuru, a stocky, energetic dog with a caramel brown coat, trotted happily beside her, sniffing the fresh morning air. Their path led through a dense forest filled with towering trees and the chirping of birds. Kuba loved the smell of the moss and leaves as they crushed underfoot. She often paused to touch the bark of the trees, feeling connected to the same wilderness her ancestors had wandered. Her excitement grew as they neared the base of the mountain. Finally, the path turned steep, and Kuba had to grip roots and rocks as she made her way up. She could hear the faint buzzing of bees and knew they were getting closer to their destination. She looked down to see Nuru trotting up with ease, his tail wagging happily. "Come on, boy. We're almost there," she encouraged, her voice filled with determination. After hours of climbing, they reached a flat ledge with a stunning view of the valley below. In the distance, she could see her village, just a small cluster of roofs nestled among trees. Kuba took a moment to catch her breath, enjoying the sight before her. Nuru sat beside her, panting happily. Then, she heard it, a low, constant hum. The bees. Just above them, nestled in a small rocky alcove, was a large beehive dripping with golden honey. The sight made Kuba's mouth water. She pulled out her thick gloves and a small, smoke wand her grandfather had given her. With gentle puffs of smoke, she began to calm the bees, humming softly to soothe them further. Her heart was pounding, both from excitement and a little bit of fear, but she kept her focus steady. Reaching up carefully, Kuba scooped a small portion of honey into her bag, then dipped her finger to taste a bit. It was pure, rich, and sweet with an unexpected tang, unlike any honey she'd ever tasted. She couldn't help but smile with pride. She'd done it. She had found the wild honey of Mount Umoja. As she packed up, Kuba glanced down to see Nuru gazing at her with curious eyes. She laughed and patted his head, sharing a tiny taste of honey with him. His tail thumped the ground in approval, and they began the careful descent down the mountain, Kuba filled with pride and joy. This climb wasn't just about the honey. It was a reminder of her roots, of the strength and determination passed down through generations. And now, she was part of that legacy, carrying the sweetness of her heritage back home.